Okay, this is going to be a tutorial on using imported animations in Unity and things you can do with them once you've imported them. So this is my Demon Frog, and currently he has an idle and a random idle animation. And first I'm going to bring in a new animation, and that would be, there it is. Okay. I'm going to just turn all of these off. And the rig, I want to use the same one that the frog uses. I'm going to bake the root motion on the y-axis. I'm going to drag that in. So the frozen animation is basically he gets a spell cast on him, and it sort of lifts him up in the air and holds him in place for a few seconds and then drops him. And we're going to come to that animation, go to our animation controller, and copy that in there. Just apply my animation settings. Make a transition to the frozen animation and a transition back to idle. So now when we play it, and then he goes into his little spin. Let's drop down. Okay, so we've got our animation that's just running straight out the box from when it was imported, and I want to make a few little changes to it. So I'm going to go in to that animation, and if you look in the animation panel, you'll see that the animations are all read-only, and that's because any animation you import right into Unity, all of them are going to be read-only unless you duplicate it and you use Control D, and that makes a copy of the animation that you can edit. So we'll come down to there, go back to animation controller, select our original animation, and then just drag the new copied one over to replace it. So now when I click on this, it shows that it's using our new one. And in order to animate through the character that you're using in the animation panel, you need to have the animation that you want to edit in the controller. If it's not in it, then it's just not going to show up. So now when we go to click on our prefab, we go to the animation window and look at the animations. The frozen one, that's the newest one that we just added, is on top. And now we can edit because all of the keyframes are now unlocked. So if I wanted to go and adjust the positions of these on any of these keyframes, I can just go in there and move them around, delete them, whatever I want. But what I want to do is go to my prefabs, and I have a little magic circle that I'm going to copy into the scene. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that on the root of my character. And I think I'm just going to raise it up a little bit. Now we can go and select the animation, and I can come down to the properties on the bottom where it says add property. Go there, and this will show you everything that you can add, sort of properties that you can animate in the animation panel. And I'm going to go to the root, and my magic circle is showing up. Now if I had sort of disabled the magic circle, it would not have shown up, even though it's sort of connected to the character. In older versions of Unity, it would still show up, but now it doesn't. Now it has to be enabled for it to show up in this panel. So I'm going to go to isActive and click on that, and it adds an attribute that I can animate or add keyframes to basically turn it on and off inside of the animation. So we go to about, I think I'll go about 10. And I'll add a keyframe. I'll go back here and I'll turn it off, so it's off and then it's on. And then when we get to the end, I'll turn it off again. But it's gonna make me delete it first. Okay, so now let me play it so we can see what it looks like. But before I play, okay, good. Okay, so it didn't disable it. So I'm going to disable it first because I don't want it just playing when it starts. So there we are. So now the animation plays during the particles play during the animation and then turn off when the animation is over. Okay, so let's go back to the frozen animation. I'm going to just pull this up a bit. And I'm going to show you a few more things. So I want to add some more properties. So you can see I've got the LOD 0 through 3 here for the frog. I'm going to go to the first one, and I'm going to come down to emission color, and I'm going to add that. So now we can animate the emission color for LOD 0. And I'm going to go to 15 to do it, and I think I'm going to, let's see. So that's RGB, so we'll go with the red one. Let's see, let's go 0.5 rather. And green will go 1. Blue will go 0.5. So now it sort of ramps up to this funny sort of bright green color, and it ramps down. But I think what I'll do is I'll come here, and to copy a frame in the animation panel, you need to be basically in line with the keyframe you want to copy, and then you go Control C to copy it, and then you just drag it to where you want to paste it. Now it'll be okay. So made one mistake there. I need to select all of them because I want to copy all of them. There we go. So now we'll go back to where I pasted it, and we'll paste them all in there. So now he goes green, back to normal, and drops down. So let's do that for second LOD. Go back up here and it's right below it. So this time what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select all the keyframes I want to copy, Control C to copy it, and then paste it onto the next LOD. So you'd have to do that for all of the LODs if you want that to sort of work on all of them. So there we go. Now let's do something for his eyes. Go to LOD 0. Add the emission color. Then go back up here. I guess we'll go to the same place, and 2, 3. Okay. Interesting that it's not showing up. And I'll come over here. Okay, it is now. Eyes are glowing red, and then he goes back to normal. Okay, I'm going to turn that to 0. Okay, there we go. And I'll do the same here and go to the second LOD. So all of these sort of things are things that you can animate if you wanted to. Okay, so we're going to select that one. Copy. Select that one. And paste. So now I'm going to go to the scene view. Goes in. If you go back in the scene, you see this is where it transitions to LOD 3. Okay, that was weird. And then when he goes, so LOD 0 and 1 will have the sort of glow effect going on with the LEDs. So just something to be aware of. This is stuff you can do. And I would use this for prototyping. Like if you're an animator, artist animator, and you want to just work out how the particles and effects work with a character, you can sort of do it this way. And then when you're done, you can hand it off to like your team or whatever to script it. So, okay, so let me just show you the file size on this. So, this is the file size for the imported animation. It's 341 kilobytes. Now, if we go to the copy, it's like way bigger. So that's just something to be aware of, that if you're doing this in the project, it's going to be large. Now, when you compile it, it's going to be just a tiny bit bigger than the original animation. So all that information that you saw in the properties, all of that stuff gets stripped out. So just something to be aware of. And anyway, I guess that's it for this little demo. I hope that you find it helpful. And I guess I'll see you around. Bye.